Okay, here's a quick video to kind of explain this first Canvas discussion assignment. This is for both my ninth and my ninth honors, but it's just going to show this is in the ninth grade class. Okay, so after you watch this video, when we watch it in class together, or if you're at home, make sure this gets watched first. Then go ahead and click on this discussion assignment, and it's going to describe up here all the things you're supposed to do. First, you're going to respond to the post. Before you do anything else, you're just going to write your own reply, okay? After that, once all your classmates are getting their replies through, you're going to read all of those and meaningfully reply to at least 2 of these. So once you have answered these questions on your own, all your classmates are doing the same thing. Read some of theirs and meaningfully reply. As this describes up here, meaningful replies continue the conversation. They're not quick little responses like "I agree" or "that's interesting." You have to really explain what you agree with or what is so interesting. Did they see something that you didn't see in the video? Did they mention something that you're really interested in and you know a lot about that you can add to? The important part of the replying to replies here is making sure that you really just get more information out and not just something small and quick. Last, once you've all done your replies, the feature that we're trying to get you to use here is called a threaded reply, which means you're going further into the conversation. You'll see your response, you'll see someone reply to you, and then if you reply to that reply, it's a threaded reply, a reply to a reply. We want at least one of these. As you do all 3 of these, you're going to get 5 points for each. 5 for your first post, 5 for responding to two classmates, and 5 points for responding to a response. Okay. Here are the questions that you'll be responding to. Make sure that you just watch that video and do your best with these answers. The fun thing about this discussion format is you can't even look at these next 2 steps until you finish doing your own. This is going to encourage not copying. Instead, you're going to have your own unique and thoughtful response that comes purely from your brain. So if I'm you, I'll come into this reply section. I will first describe the main thing I think he's trying to say. I believe Green wants us to read by keeping an open mind and by using our own experience to contextualize the information. Okay, number 2, how does he think we should read? I think he wants us to read in a conversational format. I think he wants us to avoid believing the author has an opinion more important than our own. And lastly, he believes the author doesn't matter. I think that too. He explains that you should have some power in conversations, and I agree, but why do we spend so much time learning how to understand authors if all that matters is what you see in the text? My answer would be because you have to a good understanding of how things are communicated to begin communicating your own ideas. Okay, so this is just going to be my 3 quick responses. Again, you're going to want your own thoughts here, not just versions of mine. Get them out onto paper and click post. Not paper, I guess, onto the internet. Once there are more replies here, you'll see not just your response or the teacher's response, but you'll see all of them in here and you can scroll up and down. Again, that second step up here, is reading all of those responses and replying to at least 2. So let's say I had 30 responses here and not just this one, and I picked this one as one of them. Replying to this, I agree with your number 2 answer because I think he wants us to talk back to the author, ... Maybe you go off on a little paragraph here about what that means, and that's what I recommend you do. Even this is kind of short for a response. I want you guys to really try to have a conversation here. Just like I said, I think he wants us to do when we're reading. Converse with your classmates the same way he wants you to converse with your authors. I'll post that reply, and now there's replies underneath here. Again, don't just reply to one student twice. Do this for 2 different students. And then the last step, the third one, read everyone's replies and reply to one reply. The threaded reply would be, I read this student, I see someone responded to him, and I disagree with this idea because, and then you'll explain everything you think is incorrect or what you think it really is the case when you read this response. Okay, so again, one of these, 2 of these replies, and 1 reply to a reply or a threaded reply. 5 points, 5 points for 2 of these, and 5 points. If you do all that, you'll get full credit for this assignment. And that's how we're going to be doing discussions the rest of the year. So make sure that you really understand what's going on here, and let me know if you have any questions.